Is the microphone working? Can you hear me? Welcome back, Nate. Good to see you. Right, good, thank you. Let me just get my stuff set up. There's been a spin there. It's wet conditions here in... Front wing being lost as well. Wet conditions here in Belgium. Right, I need to watch out because I've got a McDonald's on the way and I'm in game chat. I apologise. Sorry to anyone who heard me there. Sorry to anyone in game chat that just heard me. I forget to turn that off. Right, Spa, Belgium Grand Prix. Yeah, I know. Very lucky. It's arriving now. Right, okay, hang on. I'll be back in a sec.
Taken flat out in order to get good speed into the straight following them. British World Championship class, 4 consecutive wins here at Spa between 1962 and 1965, a feat since matched by only one other driver, Ayrton Senna. Spa was absent from the F1 calendar during the 2003 season.
I do apologise. I am back with a McDonald's. We've got a wrap. We've got some chicken nuggets. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. I'm going to be full of energy for the race. So we do have Rainer. We do have Totally No Pro. Totally No Pro is on a lap. Now, I figured this out. I didn't realise it was only 10 races this season. Totally No Pro. Sorry. Totally No Pro goes to second with a 157.5. Rainer is a good driver in the rain. He is going to need a big performance here. And the reason why is because there's only 3 races left, including Spa. And also, apologies, it's my birthday next week on Saturday, so I'm not going to be commentating. Rayner needs a win here, and he doesn't just need a win, he needs to massively outperform Totally No Pro. There's a 51-point gap between Rayner and Totally No... Oh my god, what is wrong with my throat? Oh, what is wrong? Why am I coughing so much? Oh, sorry. Thanks, Nate. Oh, I'm getting a drink. I've got a drink. Right. Hopefully that sorts itself out. Rouge is terrifying in the wet, says Coys. Yeah, I can imagine. I'm guessing you have to let off going through, right? Because you can't take that full speed. We're going to watch Rayner now. He's coming up to the bus stop chicane. Very slowly. I tried and nearly crashed, says Coys. Yeah, Right, Rayner's starting his lap. He needs a massive performance because for the first time in a long time, I genuinely don't think he can win this championship because Totally No Pro's been consistent. He's there week in, week out, and he's been performing so well. Rayner's got unlucky. He needs to win this. Desperately needs to win this. Mikhail goes second fastest, outperforming his teammate. That'll be what Rayner wants to see. And Rayner goes purple through Sector 1. Finishing the Camel straight. Yeah, but Rayner really needs a good performance. If he does want to take this championship fight to the end. I mean, if he does badly here and Totally No Pro wins it, that's literally game over. I'm pretty sure Totally No Pro could actually win the championship this race, but I'm not sure, and I can't be bothered like going into all the possible outcomes essentially. But I'm fairly certain he could. Well, Coys has said that the track is drying. Will we start seeing quicker lap times falling as the session progresses? Rayner on his way now to the bus stop chicane. He's being as brave as he can on the throttle. Maybe a bit deep through the bus stop, but I think he's going to get the power down, get it in a straight line. But yeah, the lap just got away from him in the final corner, I think, in the final few turns. It's only good enough for 6th. That is not what he was going to want to see. And, let's see, anyone else on an out lap? Holy a Page about to... Nah, I think he's done his lap, actually. Yeah, he has. Good Potato, he is on the lap, and he's flying quite quickly, actually. Well, no, never mind. He's not. His first lap time was terrible. Sorry. So I've not really had much to eat today, so obviously I'm having my dinner now. I won't eat throughout the race, but it is qualifying, and nothing is really happening. All of the main contenders are in the pits or going to the pits. Guess we can watch Gazelle. Bit of a red herring. Gazelle is not a bad driver, and he does need to get a time on the board. sorry, William. I was just eating my wrap. Purple middle sector for Gazelle. He's coming along nicely in the Aston Martin. Maybe the track is drying up. So your Bridger, I think I saw you actually in the Discord server saying, like, were you the one who was saying, like, how the Discord was, like, that it was a good league because it was accessible and you could, like, use ABS and stuff? Because I think I remember seeing you in the Discord. Crossing the line then, Gazelle, it's 5th fastest, demoting Rayner to 7th on the grid. Is Rayner out there, though? Rayner's on an invalid lap. I'm not really sure if Rayner's going for laps or not, but it's a very long lap around the Spa circuit, just under 2 seconds in the wet. Tiny Penguin agreeing with me, saying Rayner needs to win. Yeah, he definitely does. I mean, if you're new to the league, you probably won't know, but Rayner is like, he every season I've ever commentated, he's won. He's like ridiculous. But this season, he's 2nd in the championship. He's fast, he's consistent. Oh, sorry, consistent. He's at every race, but Totally No Pro's just had the edge this season, and he's really brought the fight to him. When the race starts, can you select the tyres? How do you mean? Do you mean like you can pick what tyres you want to use, if that's what you mean? Oh, yeah. I'll do that. I'll do that at the start of the formation lap to see what tyres people want, and then a bit later on in the race I'll flick between it. Yeah, I know what you mean, like this. I will, but I won't have it on all the time, because I find it protrudes into the screen a little bit. As you can see, it makes it stick out into the screen a bit more, but yeah, I'll flick between it every now and then. But yeah, no, Rayner coming into the pits, there can't be much longer left in this session. That Mackey's good, yeah, mate, oh my god, it's delicious. I'm sure you can hear it, because my microphone's really sensitive to audio, so I apologise, but mate, it's delicious. I don't normally get a wrap, but thought I'd try something different, mate, this is class. Right, Cadet, purple, sector 1, he's on intermediates. Cadet has made the changeover, I think a few people have, yep. Intermediates is the tyre to be on now. Cadet will probably take the fastest lap then. We've got 3 minutes left in the session. The wraps look mint. Yeah, I know. I saw a video on someone eating them on TikTok and I thought, wait, I need to get a wrap. So, yeah, that's what I've had tonight. But, no, it's yeah, good. Cadet. Then he'll be the first to set a lap on the Inters. Can Rayner pull it back? Because he needs to desperately. It really is now or never for Rayner. He's sat upon his throne for many seasons in the Rhone, but he's been usurped, and it's by Totally No Pro. His crown is very much so in the distance, and Totally No Pro is well within reach. Rayner is not even in the castle walls. The fajita one looks, yeah, mate, honestly, all of them are class, except the ones with mayonnaise, because I don't like mayonnaise. Cadet crosses the line, it's a 156.8. That's the fastest lap so far, so the Inters are quicker. Luke has pulled over to the side. Hopefully a Page out on the intermediates now, but he's actually slower on the Inters. There's maybe, I mean, Inters he's getting a better time now. I think everyone's only got 1 lap left in them. So everyone's out on their laps now. There's only 3 cars in the pits. And they're the ones who have retired. The thing that's dumb is the Mackies near me won't deliver on Uber Eats, but a Burger King further away will. That's mental. I used Uber Eats to get this. Basically, my mum and dad went out. My mum basically said, "Oh yeah, just get the Uber app. Take my credit card info. Get yourself a Mackies." I was like, "Sound, yeah, I'll do that," and I have. But yeah, I guess they built a new Mackies near me like a few years ago, so it's quite good for me. Catet goes fastest again, a 1:55.8. So the Inter's definitely the tyre to be on. Here's Insiv rounding the final corners. He's on the wets. Let's see what a wet lap looks like. It's not bad. Well, it was pretty slow to the line. Only good enough for 9th at the moment for Insiv, but that could get even worse. Coys is soon to cross the line. He's massively improved on his time. Is it enough to take provisional pole position for the Belgian Grand Prix? He crosses the line. Yes, it is. It's a 1:54.6, over a second quicker. Mikhail isn't anywhere near the finish line at the moment. Now, let's see. Is Rayner on a valid lap? Yes, he is. Here's Lucas. He's rounding the bus stop chicane now, ready to cross the line. Is he going to take provisional pole? No, he's not. But it is good enough for 3rd at the moment. Rayner getting close to the line. So is Catet. Catet hasn't gone for another lap, has he? Well, I think he might have, but... oh, no, sorry, it might have been dirty. I didn't realise there was 2. Right, here's Rayner. This is make or break, but he's on the wet tyres. It's only good enough for 4th at the moment. Mikhail is out. Totally no pros on an invalid lap. Hang on. Holy Page is on an invalid lap. Rayner has gotten very fortunate that both the Mercedes basically messed up their laps. He will start 4th. He will be 2 places ahead of Totally No Pro. He needs to now convert this into a win. It's not, a top 3. He needs a win, and he knows he needs a win here. This is really, really important for the season. If Rayner doesn't win this, it's almost impossible for him. And Coy says, I think that's my first ever Aurora Racing League pole. Well, if it is, Coys, if that's true, that's ridiculous, because you're like a really good driver. I swear you're like rapid. How's that? Okay, well, ignoring that, Coys takes pole in what he thinks is his first time, and he does it in superb fashion. 1.2 seconds clear of the car behind him. Coys might just go on to win this race with that kind of pace, but it all depends on what the conditions are for the race. Rayner starting 4th, crucially 2 places ahead of Totally No Pro. Coy's saying that it's going to be dry. Well, that does change it a little bit. Who's going to prevail? I mean, Totally No Pro has been rapid in the dry conditions. Coys, you're a driver. Who do you think is going to succeed around this track other than yourself? Rayner. Coys backs his teammate, backs the 3-time, possibly 4-time, well, he should be 4-time, but one of the seasons got called off. 3-time world champion, he does back him, and he is quick. But is he quick enough? He needs this to salvage his season. Rayner has never felt pressure like this before, not in my time of commentating on this league. I've been doing it since season 3. This is I started in 2022, so this is my 3rd year of commentating for Aurora Racing League. Fun fact. The formation lap will be soon to get underway. 10 people watching. It's still after this race, there's still 2 more to go, but it really is make or break for the championship now. If Coys can still perform, he's only 2 points behind Rayner. He does have a chance. But it really is, if Totally No Pro wins this, it's basically impossible for anyone else. So Rayner and Coys both need fortune to stay in the championship battle. Sorry, taking another bite out my wrap. The green lights are on, and we're underway for the formation lap. Right, let's check the tyres. Right, this is interesting. This is actually really interesting. Mediums for Kois and Catet, softs for the second row of Lucas and Rayner. Then mediums for both the Mercedes, softs for Luke, mediums from 8th to 10th, then softs on Dirty, mediums for 12th and 14th of Good Potato and Piney Penguin, and then hards for Johan and Bridger. Rayner, sorry, Nate, if you just can, I didn't see your messages in the chat. I'll get the chat up on my phone now, actually, sorry. But, yeah, I mean, Rayner, he's going for the softs, he's going for the lead early. Rayner soft, okay, that's what you said, okay, that's fine. Yeah, and I think that's the right approach to take for the race. You know, it's all or nothing for Rayner, and he knows that. So, yeah, the soft tyres, they'll work. I do think we'll get 1 or 2 safety cars this race. We didn't get any last Grand Prix at Silverstone. What a race that was, by the way. If you didn't see it, an unbelievable race. Another great track, Spa-de-Francorchamps. Well, Spa-Francorchamps, I don't think there's any day in there. Spa-Francorchamps, what a track it is. Belgium, beautiful country. Well, this part of it is, at least. Beautiful track, beautiful scenery. Very iconic racing track. Obviously, a lot has happened here in its years. In the racing world, in Formula 1, good things, bad things, and everything in between. But it's got to go really good for this man right here. Rayner needs the win here. He doesn't need second. He doesn't need third. He needs first. He really does need a win. And he ideally needs no points scored from Totally No Pro. But I just can't see that happening. We're going to see how this race gets on very soon, because the lights are about to turn on ahead of us for the Belgian Grand Prix. It's 5 red lights, and we're underway for the third to final round of the season. It's a good start for the Alfa Romeo, but then he drops off in the second phase. Kois gets away very well, and he leads comfortably into turn 1. Mikhail has jumped Rayner off the start and dropping down to 7th is Totally No Pro. Rayner, not a good start then, because he drops 1 place, and I think, is that a safety car, or is it a virtual safety car? It's a virtual safety car. That's Good Potato. His race ended on the, well, that's Radion, isn't it? His race ended basically on Radion. So Good Potato already out. That's not how anyone, I mean, but that is bound to happen at Spa, and it is a full safety car. So Rayner did lose 1 position at the start, but this safety car is going to help extend the lifetime out of his softs, and he is going to be able to launch an attack on Mikhail at the restart. But that is classic Aurora Racing League. Obviously, we didn't have a single safety car for the entirety of the British Grand Prix. We can't even make it down the Kemmel Straight on the opening lap of the Belgian Grand Prix before getting a safety car. That is just classic Aurora Racing. Yeah, it's Spa, turn 1, turn 2. I mean, it's all really difficult to navigate through, especially on the opening lap. Somebody just absolutely launched it into me in turn 1. So Gazelle not happy, possibly in the pits maybe, I'm not sure, no. Let's see, check the car for damage. This camera angle isn't going to show us. Metal Johan Solid has left the session. The AlphaTauri driver leaving, I'm not sure why. Let's see, damage on the Aston Martin, nothing visible. But invisible damage does exist on this game, I think. It's not a hot take. I completely agree with you. Sorry, I was just finished off my rap. I think it's cool to have different safety cars, but at the end of the day, the Mercedes one, I think, just looks better, and I think it's more iconic as well. I know it's like the red, oh, what's the branding? I can't remember, but I kind of wish they'd go back to the silver Merc. That was, like, really classic Formula 1. Yep, I do. Burt Mylander, what a guy. Safety car might be up for one more lap, but given the length of this circuit, you kind of hope it isn't. But no, it does seem like it will be out for one more lap. Which is, yeah, great entertainment. Apologies for not speaking, I was just devouring my large fries. I'm pretty sure the safety car will be in this lap. Coys will get us back to racing speed. It's really long and really painful around Spa when you've got a safety car. I'm not going to lie, I kind of like the Saturday race for Bahrain and Jeddah. How do you mean this Saturday race? Wait, are they... Wait, are they talking... wait, I've not really stayed in touch with the F1 news over the break. Are they talking about how... Are they talking about changing it so that they're on like a Saturday? I thought it would be something to do with that. Yeah, no, that makes sense though. Oh. Right. Coys will get them back to racing speed. Apparently his first pole in Aurora racing. Can he convert it to a win? When will he get these drivers going? Now, he's gone along the start-finish straight. He is away. And he has caught the Haas of Catet napping. Rayner has got the Red Bull of Luke behind him. And he is going to be under pressure throughout the first part of this lap. Look at this. Mikhail, launching an attack on Lucas and getting by down the Kemmel Straight. Rayner just about holding on down the Kemmel Straight as well. He needs to find a way past Lucas in front of him. He needs to get involved in that battle and work his way up the grid. Unfortunately for Rayner, he's sandwiched between people on the soft tyre, so his strategy has kind of been messed up a little bit by the safety car. See riding on board with the rear wing of Rayner, just how much pressure he's being put under by the Red Bull behind him. And I mean, it's not much better for Luke because he's got totally no pro all over the back of him. Rayner's going to hope that he can keep the Mercedes driver behind him, that the Red Bull can keep the Mercedes driver behind him, because obviously that benefits Rayner in the championship. But it doesn't look like it's going to go that way, because here comes totally no pro around the outside. Is he going to get the move done? They're wheel to wheel all throughout this section, but those soft tyres just about give Luke enough grip and enough speed through the corners to get away with it. Look how much he gained to Rayner going through the bus stop chicane. Into turn 1 then, riding on board with the Red Bull driver. He goes deep, nearly goes into the back of the McLaren in front of him, just about gets away with it. Here's Mikhail on the back of Catet. Mikhail, I haven't seen him on a rampage like this in a very long time, but he loves it here at Spa, clearly, because he is flying. Which way is he going to go? Catet's weaving, he's on the inside line, and down the inside he will go on the Kemmel Straight and gets that move done. It's brilliant driving from Mikhail. That was dirty, dropping possibly just one position, and he's dropped even further now. He's dropped another one. Rayner getting past Lucas. Lucas is ghosted. So I'm not sure what happened there, but Rayner gets past Lucas, who was ghosting, and now has a job to do to catch up to the leaders of the pack. He needs to close down that gap to Catet and then make his way more so through the grid. We got yellow flags. That's the Red Bull of Luke. So now there's only one car between Totally No Pro and Rayner, and Luke drops to the back of the pack. He is going to get back going. Hopefully there isn't a safety car. Rayner looks comfortable at the moment. It's going to be Lucas under the pressure initially. Here comes Mikhail. You can see it in front of you. He's all over the back of Coy. He's into the bus stop chicane. No move doing there. But surely he will overtake him. Surely he will. DRS has been enabled. And this is just going to help him even more. He's going to get a run through Eau Rouge and then get DRS on the Kemmel Straight. And he gets a lovely run as well. DRS is going to open up for the Mercedes driver. Well, it's been a while since Mikhail has been this dominant on the track, this driver, but this is the Mikhail that I remember. I mean, Totally No Pro actually told me that the reason, a bit twitchy on the rear end though for Mikhail, but Totally No Pro told me the reason why Mikhail's not been as fast this season is because he's transitioned to the wheel. I forgot to bring that up last race, but I need to bring it up this time. That's why he's been slower. But he's flying here. He absolutely adores this track, clearly, because he is coming along very nicely indeed. Also to note, Totally No Pro has not got past Lucas, which is helping Rayner ever so slightly. Yeah, it's a massive change. Yeah, I know I've got a wheel, but I'm not very good on my wheel, even though, I mean, I don't play enough of the F1 game anymore to really get good at it. I need to devote some time when I'm like off school or something into getting better. Rayner needs to watch out though, because he is a little bit far away from this pack in front of him. He needs to kind of get closer, but he has brought himself in quite nicely. But he has got to be careful, because Totally No Pro, it's only a matter of time before he gets past Lucas, and then Totally No Pro's next target is Rayner. Rayner needs to finish, if anything, he needs to finish ahead of Totally No Pro. Yeah, he needs to win the race, but he needs to finish ahead of the Mercedes. If he doesn't, then he can kiss his championship hopes and dreams goodbye. But at the moment, Coys is looking quite strong as a candidate to maybe come back and shock the world. But here comes Lucas. He clearly had a lot of pace through this last sector. Coys is about to make a switch for the lead up top. He's around the outside on the Kemmel Straight. And you can see just in the background, his teammate has been overtaken by Lucas. Well, I didn't expect that to happen. Coys is back up into the lead of the race. Rayner down in 5th with his rival right behind him. Yeah, this isn't looking good at all for Rayner at the moment. He's going to need some good strategy to get him out of this one. But, you know, not what the Argentinian wanted to see. It actually does look like he's struggling to stick with the Alfa Romeo in front of him. This is crucial driving right here for Rayner. And look at this, the gap is minuscule with totally no pro. Maybe it was just never meant to be for Rayner. Maybe for the first time I've ever commentated in this league, we will see a different championship winner. It's still a few races left to go, so I can't say it just yet. But here he goes around the outside of the bus stop chicane. If he gets this done, that is unbelievable. On the medium tyres as well. He doesn't quite get past him. Rayner gets the DRS, but they're both literally drag racing down the start-finish straight into turn 1. Rayner's going to squeeze him as wide as he possibly can, but it's not enough. Through goes totally no pro. What a move that is from the Mercedes driver. Not waiting for the DRS down the Kemmel Straight. He doesn't need it. Has Rayner managed to pick up that DRS? Yes, he has, but totally no pro's got it as well. Back comes Rayner. They make contact down the straight. Rayner pushing him into the side of the track. He's going to try and go around the outside, but it's covered off beautifully by totally no pro. I mean, this is a deserved champion right here. Mikhail, by the way, retakes the lead of the Grand Prix. I'm guessing down the Kemmel Straight. But yeah, Rayner and Lucas and Catet are now battling. Catet's gone back down the inside and gotten back the 3rd place. But Lucas did have it momentarily. Rayner, totally no pro is all over the back of Lucas and is looking like he's ready to pounce. I mean, totally no pro just isn't making any mistakes here. He's just playing racing, driving to perfection. Well, at least in the race he is. Right, here he comes. The Silver Arrow. Kitted out in black. With blue stripes down either side. Is he going to go for a move? Is Lucas going to go for a move? They're at a stalemate. Rayner running it really deep though. That's not going to help. That's not going to help Rayner at all. DRS for everyone but Catet down the start-finish straight. And it's going to be DRS for everyone but Catet again down the Kemmel Straight. Coys, by the way, going through a Rouge, is on the back of Mikhail. And I'm sure that another swap in the lead is about to happen. But here's Lucas. He's got a great launch. He's going for the move. Totally no pro is also going for the move on the outside, and now he's drag racing. Is he going to get it around the outside into the corner? No, he goes over the track, over the rumble strips, and he loses the position to Rayner, whom he makes contact with out the corner. Coys retakes the lead of the race, but it was just too twitchy on the rear end for totally no pro, and he finds himself down in 6th under massive pressure from Holier Page. Did he get underbody damage from that as well? That certainly makes it interesting. Rayner, though, he's just too far off. Yeah, good save indeed. Yeah, that could have been an incident in the wall for totally no pro. He's kept it on the track, and I think that's all that matters at this moment. Rayner he's struggling. He's really struggling. I think the softs might start to go off now for Rayner. I wouldn't be surprised to see him pit at the end of this lap. Here comes Mikhail on the back of Coys. He's got a nice run towards the bus stop chicane. There you go. But nothing doing. Catet on the back of Lucas, but nothing doing. Rayner bringing himself back into the battle, and he does pit. Well, that's what I suspected would happen. I was right, DRS for Mikhail. He's now going to get the overtake done down the Camel Straight. It's like a yo-yo. It's back and forth between these two. If he gets the DRS down the Camel Straight, he should get past, but you never know. Right, through a Rouge. The two Mercedes-powered cars go, and, I mean, the slipstream, Mikhail has a much better run. And he's going to go flying past Coys and back into the lead of the race. Right, Rayner, what does he put on? He puts on mediums. Those will be mediums to the end, sliding on the rear yet again through that section of the track for Mikhail. Stay round turn 8 through turn 9. Yeah, Mikhail just needs to keep the car on the track. He's doing well at the moment. This could be possibly his first race win of the season, I'm pretty sure. Totally no pro. 9 laps. He's up in 5th after gaining 1 through the pit stops from Rayner. Catet not able to get past Lucas. Lucas putting up a nice defensive battle here. And this is what it seems like it's been happening for a while around this track. Down the inside. That's not where you make an overtake. And that's why Catet dropping down the order. Well, he licked the stamp. He sent it. But the door was slammed shut in his face, and he has lost an end plate, I'm pretty sure. No, he hasn't. He's still got it on, but yeah, that's why you don't go for moves in places like that. Normally, the door won't stay open for that long. Looks can be deceiving. They will be deceiving. Mikhail, he's got a better gap this lap. Lucas diving into the pits. Mikhail's got a nicer gap. Is it possible that Mikhail might just be able to keep his lead? Here they go, coming up Eau Rouge. You have to get a perfect run through there. Yeah, absolutely. And I don't think who was it? It was Lucas. I don't think Lucas was expecting it. Yeah, here comes Coys with DRS, but even the Camel Straight's not long enough for him to get through. Mikhail is looking strong now at this part of the race. The Czech man, well, truthfully, he's been a championship contender for every season apart from this one. He knows what it's like to be at the front. And I think next season he'll be even better because of the, he's getting better on the wheels. Like Lewis and Checo. Lewis had a good run, but the door closes. Yeah, absolutely. You got to be careful overtaking like that. I mean, when you race against the AI, it's different because they'll let you through. You basically have to be in front of the other person, yeah. And I think Catet, I mean, I don't know Catet. I mean, I've not really spoken to him much in the Discord before. I'm pretty sure he's a pretty sound guy, though. I think he'll maybe understand that, it's a bit more of a racing incident than anything. But maybe he will press for a steward's inquiry. But if he does, I don't think he'll get anything from it. Right, Rayner's strategy, by the way, the undercut. I don't think it was an undercut. I think Lucas just tried the overcut, really. Rayner's strategies work much better than Lucas's, as he's now 2 seconds up the road on a car that he was previously behind. So that's worked fantastically for Rayner, but he needs this to keep going his way. The head of FIA says racing incident. Mickey already confirming it's a racing incident. Oh, Mickey, you don't race anymore, do you? But yeah, no, Mickey's a class guy. If you ever watch Aurora Racing League, you watch the streams, you don't get to see what goes on in the background. Mickey works, well, it definitely has to work quite hard. There's always loads of inquiries at the end of races, especially on tracks like Spa. I don't think he gets enough praise for the job he does. And honestly, I've never seen him get a decision wrong. I race on Sunday, right? Okay, that makes sense. Catet 6. Wait, what? Oh, 6 penalty points. Yeah. I figured it out. I was a bit slow. Right. Mikhail, Koiz, Totally No Pro, Holia Page, and Gazelle all yet to pit, and also Piney Penguin are part of that group as well. Luke gets a penalty. I'm just going to flick it off the tyres for a second. I don't know how the FIA did that IRL. No, I don't. Their penalty point system is like rubbish, because like as soon as anyone gets close to actually getting a race ban, they just like stop giving them penalty points. Because they'd never actually want to do it, because it looks like, yeah, it doesn't look great for the FIA to make something, like, even if it's following the rules and stuff, like, people will, like, take it out of context and stuff, and, yeah, the FIA don't want that to happen, so I don't think I'll ever see anyone get a race ban, from penalty points, at least. Rayner has got past Holia Page now, is up to 5th, because Holia Page pit. Everyone else in front of him, though, still yet to pit. Only Roman Grosjean got a ban from penalty points. I didn't even know that, but that is actually... No, actually, I think I did know that. What year was that? It's quite a few years ago now. Probably over 10 years. Maybe I'm thinking a bit too long ago, but... No, yeah, I do remember seeing a thing about that, but I don't think they would want to do it necessarily anymore. Well, they would, but I don't think they'd do it for someone like Verstappen when he's in a title fight, if that makes sense. Because they don't want to interfere with it, but... I think Ericsson hit us. Classic line. Roman Grosjean, what a man. Very lucky man as well. Lucky for the halo. Mikhail, just over a second. No, just under a second ahead of Koiz. So Koiz is still getting the DRS benefits, but barely. Well, no, he is a second ahead. Koiz is no longer getting the DRS benefits. Does Koiz go for the undercut then, because he's clearly dropping off? He's not got the pace to keep up with Mikhail. I mean, we've got to that part of the race. Everyone's like a second or two. Well, no, more like 2 seconds away from each other instead of getting a time penalty. Got one race ban after Spa 2012. Yeah. So like 11 and a half years ago. That's crazy. 2012 is 11 and a half years ago. No, it's not. Wait, no, it is. Wow, that is scary. Right, Mikhail into the pits. Does he come out behind Rayner? Has Rayner played the greatest strategy of all time with a massive undercut? Is he going to be out ahead of Mikhail? He is going to be out ahead of Mikhail, barely. Mikhail onto the soft tyres. But Rayner is up to 4th now, ahead of Mikhail. I don't think it'll last. Mikhail's faster, I think, on this track, and I think with them softs, it won't be long until he's passed. In fact, it might be straight away as we go around the Kemmel straight. Yeah, Mikhail back up past him. I just saw that. Mickey said thanks, Google. No, I'm sure that was pure knowledge from you. Just have that stored in the back of your mind there. So I was only 3 years old in 2012, so... But I did get into F1 from a very early age, so, you know. I was like 2, and I used to remember watching it and really quite liking it. Okay, so the strat is mediums lap 12 to softs. Got it. Well, that's what I'm thinking. Will those tyres last? I mean, at the moment he's bombing it around. He's now 2 seconds clear of Rayner. By the way, totally no pro in the pits. He's also put the softs on. I was 22. Mickey, I'm not trying to make you feel old. I apologise. I mean, you're still in your 30s, so, you know. It's not too bad. Totally no pro coming out behind Cadet. Totally no pro has got a long way to go until he's anywhere near Rayner. So Rayner's going to like to see that. Gazelle and Koi is still yet to pit, not old experienced. Definitely. I mean, I don't know any FIA members as good as you. Who is the other FIA member? Is it Ern? Now we're just waiting on these two drivers here to pit. Rayner's now 4 seconds behind Mikhail. Holy Page getting a 3-second time penalty. We got yellow flags in Sector 2. It's Koi's. What has happened to the McLaren driver? Oh, he's got a puncture. He's got a puncture on the back left rear. I didn't even see. This is heartbreaking for Koi's. His first ever pole position. But he's got a puncture. Now Rayner might actually really think he's got a chance here. His teammate, who looked like he had a shot at winning, Mikhail's main rival in this whole race, I think he's going to have to stop and retire maybe. I mean, Insiv just joined the FIA. Yeah, that's true actually, I saw that. Forgot about that, but no. He's racing as well. Biased FIA decisions, question mark. I think he's retired from the session. Absolutely heartbreaking for Koi's. Yep. He's retired from the session. Mikhail gets past Gazelle. Gazelle is still yet to pit. I mean, Mikhail's just flying here. Rayner's down in third. He will go up to second. Rayner's now got to hope and pray that Mikhail's tyres drop off. The one positive that he can take from this, Rayner, is that for the first time, bad luck or incident, right? The way I see it, he's gone to lap 15 on the medium tyres. They must have been really quite worn. But, saying that, I think there might have been a piece of debris. Puncture. Koi's horror. I'm so sorry to hear that. I actually am as well, because Koi's, I mean, if that's your first pole, it's just a heartbreaking way to go out. Can you give us a bit of insight on what caused the puncture? Was it just worn tyres, bad luck? Yeah, Koi's is known for big tyre wear. Koi's, are you really going to have that from Nate? A tier 2 driver? No, I'm joking, Nate. Still, absolutely heartbreaking for Koi's. 80%, yeah, that's just unlucky. That's just really unlucky. I'm guessing you were going to pit that lap as well. Mickey can't believe the tyre wear in 80 laps. Nice, Sergio Perez in the British Grand Prix. That's high. Mickey cannot believe the tyre wear. Right, Rayner is now in second as Gazelle pits. Gazelle is going to come out quite far down the order, I presume. Mickey's genuinely in disbelief. Also, I've always loved your username, Mickey. I've never said, I think I might have said it when you first raced once, but Mickey Kyron and Kimi Räikkönen, mate, what a username. I love that username so much. He was 90 something on the front left. The funny thing is I finished a tier 2 race with 95% tyre wear last Sunday. Koi's, what is your tyre management? Do you do donuts like halfway down the straight or something? That's crazy. Right, Rayner, with only 5 laps to go, he's 9 seconds down the road from Mikhail. Yeah, he's going to need an absolute blinder. He's going to need Mikhail to get a puncture of his own here. Importantly, Totally No Pro, he will get Holy Page. Will he get Lucas though? Because if Totally No Pro only finishes 4th, there's a little bit of a points gain from Rayner. Banger stint last week for P2. I mean, it's difficult. It's a difficult situation for Rayner. Totally No Pro can afford like P4 finishes. Rayner, I mean, if he finishes P4, which looks likely, I mean, honestly, he might just finish P3. I mean, he could finish P2. He could get Reina. If he finishes P3, gets 15 points. Reina will get 18. There's only a point gain there from Reina of 3. That's just not enough to win a championship. So he reduces the deficit to only 48 points. He needs to basically then win both races. And for Totally No Pro to score 0 points in 2 weekends, which we know is not going to happen. It's possible, but it's not probable. Down the inside, Totally No Pro, not wasting any time at all. If I get a PC if I get a PC and I need a Steam name, I'm going to try Whois Lamilton, inspired by Mickey. What a wonderful tribute to the greatest FIA member ever. Mickey, a genuinely entertaining person to commentate on, because he never really got in any crashes, I remember. Some drivers, like, guys, actually, here's one. What happened to Forrest Jump? Forrest Jump, I shouldn't have favourites. Forrest Jump was like my favourite guy. He was like my favourite driver. He was just a lovely chap. So what happened to Forrest Jump? Because he's just left. Like, I don't know where, I don't know if there was beef. I mean, maybe he wasn't a nice guy, but, yeah, I mean, he was always, I always quite liked Forrest Jump, but then he just disappeared. Joris Bonson, that's actually such a sick name. No, you should do, yeah, no, you should do Joris Bonson. Catet loses a place to Gazelle. They're fighting for it, actually. And Gazelle just about manages to maintain it. Joris is better, yeah, it is. Right, here's Totally No Pro. He's got DRS. Lucas is down the inside on Reina. Well, this is not what Reina wanted to happen at all. Reina is just not got the pace. He just hasn't got the pace. Around the outside, down the inside, making contact in the back of Reina, and now going down the inside. Totally No Pro isn't going to get past Reina, but he got very close, but there was contact there. He's going to come back around the outside. Still on a slipstream, switches to the left-hand side of the track. Reina struggling to keep him behind him, but he's just about doing so. Catet picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Oh, close again. Totally No Pro. All he needs to do is finish even behind Reina would be fine, but he's going for the overtake. He just needs to take the risk element out of the overtake. I think he might actually be letting off behind Reina here. Reina, I kind of think, has accepted the fact that he is not able to fight this. But Totally No Pro, I mean, he's backed off. He's waiting for the Kemmel straight, which is the smart thing to do. Here comes Totally No Pro around the outside of Reina. He's got DRS. He had the slipstream up Eau Rouge. Reina's got to be careful he doesn't get overtaken by Holier Page as well. It's just falling apart for Reina. Rani, I'm not even going to... Do you know what? We don't make any money on the streams. Rani Dicardo. Yeah, interesting suggestion from Good Potato. Good Potato, actually, seeing as you're here, what happened? Because obviously DNF'd very early on, caused a safety car. What happened there? The contact, I'm guessing, it was a bit chaotic into turn 1. Reina just needs to keep it on the track now, keep ahead of Holier Page. I mean, he's still got opportunities to win the championship. He does. But it's just like... Yeah, okay, he's going to lose 2 points. 53 points the gap. Yes, if he wins both races, so 26-26 with the fastest lap, he gets 52. But there's also a sprint race coming up. He could get like 8 points from that, right? So he gets 60. The most amount of points he can score is 60. That's it. And then he would need Totally No Pro to not score points, basically. To essentially not score points. Or, worst case scenario, not get more than 7 points in the next 2 races. Is that going to happen? No. I can't say it yet, but I won't. Next race, I'm almost positive that Totally No Pro will win the championship. And I won't be here because it's my birthday. Osteban Ekon. I mean, these guys aren't even watching the race. Guilherme Pasley. Hello there, guys. Yeah, it's just a race that hasn't worked out for Reina. Again, he was on a different strategy to the others and it hasn't worked. Tuki Yusunoda. I don't know. Tuki Yusunoda. I mean, I don't even know how to pronounce that. A race hasn't panned out the way that Reina wanted it to, and it's just... It's down to the pace. At the end of the day, he didn't have the pace, and it could get even worse. Because here comes Totally No Pro. With just over a lap to go. He is all over the back of Lucas. This could get even worse for Reina. Remember, the most amount of points Reina can score in these next 2 races is 60. Totally No Pro, if he gets this move, he will score 18 points to Reina's 12. That's a 6-point gap. That means he's on 58 points in the championship. 58 points ahead. That means that the only way Reina, because he's not won as many races as Totally No Pro, the only way Reina can win the championship, if Totally No Pro gets past Lucas here, is if he literally gets the most... He needs to win with fastest lap. He needs to win the sprint race. And then on top of all of that, he needs Totally No Pro to only score a maximum of 1 point in the next 2 races. But Totally No Pro hasn't got past Lucas. Lucas has kept him behind for now. So he's doing Reina, well, as much as a favour as one can. But here comes Totally No Pro down the inside. He kind of backs out of it because he knows if there's contact there, all of the hard work during the race was for nothing. But he's only got a few more corners to go. Mikhail will cross the line and win the Grand Prix, I'm sure of it. But I've got to watch Totally No Pro. Nah, we'll go to Mikhail. I mean, he's struggled for the entire season. Because he made the change to wheel, but it hasn't stopped him from getting a race win in the third to last race at Spa. Oh, tagged on the rear end. Totally No Pro has spun Lucas around and crosses the line second. But that will surely give him a penalty. That will surely give him a penalty. Because he's just gone and spun Lucas around in the final corner. Mickey, I very quickly need to tell you whether or not you think that's going to end up being a penalty. From what you just saw, Reina manages to finish third. I'm going to need a full POV there. Yeah, okay. But my question is, let's say, hypothetically, if that's a penalty, what's the repercussion, Mickey? If he did spin Lucas around, what's the repercussion? What would the penalty be? Mikhail won it, and congratulations to Mikhail. He's had a difficult season, obviously made the transition onto the penalty in live conditions. So does that mean a 5 second time penalty would put Reina and Lucas ahead? He would definitely drop a few points there. So it would put Reina second at 18 points. and put him on 12. It's still doable for Rayner, just about. Mikhail wins the Grand Prix in a season that's been difficult for him. I said it multiple times. It was a difficult season for him. He obviously made the switch onto the wheel. But do you know what? He's done really good for himself, especially this race. This is the old Rayner. No, Mikhail, sorry. I always get them mixed up. This is the old Mikhail. This is the Mikhail we're used to seeing. And holding the flag of Czechia, he stands on the top step of the podium to take his first win of Season 6. Mikhail, the king here at Spa, Francorchamps, and a brilliant drive, flawless drive pretty much from him. Rayner finishes third, and sorry, I've just seen Mickey's. Right, hang on, I'll wrap this up first. Rayner finishing third on the track, Totally No Pro finishing second. Now, the way this looks is that he's just gained 3 points on Rayner. However, there could be a time penalty here. P5 Merchant strikes again. Gazelle, yeah, that's true. You're consistent at least. Coy said, me and Mikhail would have had a great battle at the end if I didn't get a puncture. Mickey says, thanks for the comms. Good McDonald's, I hope. Yeah, it was. I'm still eating it, actually. But thanks to everyone who joined. Nate, of course, thanks for being here. Mickey. Honestly, Mickey, I swear, I don't see you in chat that often, but it was good to chat to you, get an insight of what the FIA sees. Good Potato was in the chat as well. Gazelle apologising for the Good Potato, sorry, apologising for the contact with Gazelle. Gazelle in chat as well. Koi's giving us a few updates here and there in qualifying and in the race as well. As per, Koi's is actually quite active in the chat. I appreciate you for that, Koi's. I don't really give you the plaudits for it, but you do. Even when you're racing, you are. You are active. Nate, there was Piney. Piney was in there as well. William or Bridger at the start, and I think that was everyone. No Owen today. Your birthday Saturday, yeah, next week. So 3rd of February, I will be 15. Yeah. It's my 15th birthday, so I'm not going to be here. Yeah, that's the main thing. I'm probably not going to be here, yeah. Yeah, I appreciate it, Mickey. Thank you very much. Joining the gang. Yeah, well, you've been more active than Ern has. And Ern's normally my go-to man. I don't know where he was this week. I can't blame him. Another good race. Lots of switches in the lead. For the lead. Very entertaining. And possible penalties mean that Rayner might still be in it. Thanks, Nate. I appreciate it. But that does conclude the Belgian Grand Prix. Where's the next Grand Prix at? I won't be there, but let me just get up the calendar. Hang on, this just in. Lucas has just said that he won't. Okay, hang on. Lucas has just said that. Lucas has just said that he's not going to push anything on the incident right at the end. 3 points is what Totally No Pro gained there over Rayner. Because did he get the fastest lap as well? Who got the fastest lap that race? I thought it was Mikhail. Not yet, they're going to check your incident at the end. Oh, hang on. Rayner. Oh, it's all kicking off in the Discord. I kind of don't want to stop. He just said he isn't reporting. Oh, never mind. Okay. So I think if there's no check, if neither driver wants to pursue it, then does that make Totally No Pro the champion of the world? Someone needs to check. How many points did he get from that race? I'm sure he got 18. Let me think. If he got 18 points, Reina only got 15. That's 3. They had a 51-point gap. Was it 51 points? I'm the worst person at maths ever. I forgot it's not 51, it's 50. It was 56-point gap. No, it's completely unobtainable. Next week is a sprint though, it doesn't matter. He's like 60 points in the lead of the championship now. Or he's 59. Wait, hang on. Is he 59 points ahead? Hang on. This is mental. I'm so confused. Right, I need to think about this. He gained 4 points. Right, let me just think. Right, I've figured it out. It's all figured out. Someone needs to tell Totally No Pro that he is not champion of the world. He's not champion of the world. And this is why. I calculated it, Reina can get 60 points, right? If he wins the sprint race and then both races with fastest lap, he'll get 60 points. There's a 59-point gap at the moment. If, what's his face? If Totally No Pro doesn't get any points in these next 2 races, Reina can still win the World Championship. It's still on! It's still on! Yeah, it's not going to happen, obviously. I mean, unbiased as I can be, the odds of that happening are 1 in a trillion. I don't know, like, even if Totally No Pro's PC exploded, PlayStation exploded, whatever, and he couldn't race, he's still... Reina would still have to win with the fastest lap and the sprint race. I don't even think... Has Reina even won a race this season? I mean, it's still possible, but it's just really, really unlikely. Anything can happen. The odds are like 1... I don't even want to know what the odds are. They're probably 1 in a million. But, yeah, someone... I'll put that in the tier 1 chat, actually. My phone's just dropped on the floor. Fantastic. Right, I've just put my thing in the chat. We're done now. I'm done. I'm going off. That is a ridiculous. Totally no bro thinks he's won it, and he's just deleted his message. Oh, he's realised. The realisation set in. Yeah, no, I mean, he still won it. Realistically, he still won it, but yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. He's been dominant this season. I'm gonna cut my celebrations short, he says. Yeah, no. So, what was I gonna say? Very unlikely. I imagine he'll win it by next week. I'm obviously not gonna be here to see that, unfortunately. But, yeah, no. Thanks to everyone who tuned in with the stream. Thank you to Nate, thanks to Mickey, and everyone else who was in the chat. I won't see you next week, but I will see you the week later for the final Grand Prix of the season, which I've been informed is at Abu Dhabi at the Yas Marina circuit. So, you have to be here next week now, says Mickey. Yeah, that's not happening, sorry. Well, I mean, I would if I could, but I think I'm going to have people around anyway, so. But yeah, no, Nate, you are correct. It is time for the famous line. I think this is the last time I'll say this, where we don't have a world champion as well. Good night, have a happy birthday. Appreciate that, good potato. But, finally, from me and everyone else here at Aurora Racing League, wherever you are in the world, have a good morning, good afternoon, or good night.